I'm uncomfortable, I'm changing, and I'm good, and I'm doing this, and I'm alright. I'm dealing with an addiction right now, coming out of an addiction. My addiction, I'm realizing, is people and like being around people, basically avoiding myself. And I just realized, I was like, okay, this is an addiction, because every time that I'm alone, I crave somebody. And it just made me think about all addictions, because I used to be really hard on people who smoke cigarettes, because I was just like, what are you doing? Especially if it was someone I loved. Well, only when it was someone I loved, really. But I'm seeing that like addiction is something that comes about when you're not comfortable with yourself, and so you try to fill a void, and then you reach for that addiction. And when you try to end that addiction, when you're willing to let the addiction go, the challenge, I feel, is getting through the uncomfortable period where you're not reaching for something that you're usually used to reaching at times when you feel really uncomfortable, which is whatever it is. It could be cigarettes, it could be weed, it could be coffee, it could be junk food, it could be a person. That's what addictions are. For me, it was a person, or it was people. And I noticed that when I started to feel uncomfortable, my addiction would flare up, and I realized that those times are the times when I'm to stay away from my addiction the most. You can apply that to cigarettes as well. Like, this would be so good with a cigarette right now, or this would, and it, like, just catch yourself and be like, oh, I'm just uncomfortable because I'm used to having something here that's not here anymore. And just kind of remind yourself like, oh, I'm just doing something new, and I'm just transitioning, and this uncomfortable feeling and this craving is all a part of me turning into someone that I'm not used to being, and I'm uncomfortable. I'm really, really uncomfortable. And I'm just, there's times where I do want to reach for my addiction, and then I just remind myself, like, I don't need to do that. I'm just in a transition phase, and this is gonna pass. That's like the biggest thing that I'm realizing. Like, this discomfort is going to pass. This feeling that comes up, the uncomfort, the discomfort, is confirmation that I'm changing and that I'm getting better. And that's the time you need to remind yourself, like, no, I'm not going to reach for my addiction. I'm just going to be like, yep, I'm uncomfortable, I'm changing, and I'm good, and I'm doing this, and I'm alright. You're alright without it. Just remember that. You're alright. It's just, if you're craving it and you're feeling like it's just because you're uncomfortable, and that will pass. That's how I'm getting through anyway. And I hope that this helps somebody else out there who's maybe dealing with an addiction of their own, whatever that is. It's not easy, but the more you don't reach for it when you're uncomfortable, the less discomfort you seem to feel gradually. And yeah, it's literally, you're changing into a new person. That's what I'm feeling. And I just hope and trust that we can all help each other out when we get little bursts of wisdom like this. We're all just trying to figure out how to be human. So if this helps you, great. Thank you.